Hello! So the moon is in Leo for the next 2 days. And a quick note, I did a really extensive transit video for a couple days ago that I think was titled Mercury Retrograde and Sun conjunct Mars. I really recommend checking that out for those who haven't, just because there's a lot of info there. It's like a 20-minute video. Today's video is going to be a lot shorter. And I think just looking at the general themes of this Mercury retrograde time period that we're in, and we have been for like about 3 or 4 days now, over the course of all of October, there's a big overview for that in that video. So I really recommend checking that out. But for today and tomorrow, the next day after that, I think the big focus is that conjunction of Sun and Mars is tightening. So about 2 days from now, at the end of the Moon in Leo transit, we're gonna have Mars directly conjunct Sun. Again, we have a lot of energy. A lot of it is more intellectual, social. So we need to exhaust our minds. We need to make progress with our relationships in one way or another. That's what the energy is really there for. But we also need to move our bodies. I really need to do that. I need to work out. It's been a couple days. This energy is so much more mentally oriented that, again, physically we can kind of fall behind, and then we can unconsciously express the challenging side, the unconscious side of this conjunction, which is to be lazy physically and then be wondering why we're angry and easily irritated and whatnot. So express this energy physically, mentally, socially. I think that's going to be a really good balance. And in particular, when it comes to relationships, this is a really good transit to be able to, especially over the next like half a week or so, but especially over the next couple of days, it's a really good time to look at our relationships and explore and see how they are, and see what needs to grow, what we can do together to make it even better if things are going good, etc. So again, we covered a lot of that, actually all of that and more in that other video. So I really recommend checking that out if you're finding that that's more what's happening in your life right now. But yeah, so with the transiting moon in Leo, this energy is it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a more relaxed moon in Leo. It's like we experienced the last time about a month ago when we had moon in Leo, when it's at the tail end of a lunar cycle. So we're just past third quarter at this point for this lunar cycle. We're making our way to another new moon in just under a week. I think it's like next Wednesday. And so it's a nice burst of kind of fiery energy. The last couple of days have been nice with water energy. We've had the Venus in Scorpio trine the moon in Cancer. It's been more introverted, more into our emotions, more about family and really close relationships. And now there's a lot of good fire energy to have fun, and still about family and close relationships. But we're a little bit more open emotionally over the next couple of days. Of course, there is something, as always, there are challenges to keep in mind. That moon in Leo, if it's not being expressed in a fun kind of way, in a creative way, in a really positive kind of way emotionally, it can butt heads with that Venus and Scorpio transit because they're square each other, and there can be some unnecessary, really unhealthy drama. That's something that we really want to keep in mind for the next couple of days, is just to make sure, especially with that Mars conjunct Sun energy, I see it being so easy to fall into the unconscious trap of having all this energy pent up and then blowing stuff out of proportion in relationships. Even if there is some kind of necessary change needed in a relationship, it's very easy over the next couple of days to just make it so much more painful and ridiculous and awkward and dramatic than it needs to be. And in the moment it might feel good because it's like, I'm frustrated, I've been frustrated for days, and here we go, it's like, but that doesn't solve anything during any time, and during this time especially it can get pretty nasty pretty quickly if we do that. So again, we breathe. Let's focus on expressing our emotions in a healthy way, a positive way. Let's not cause drama. Let's have fun, and whether that means having fun with the person that relationship, how do I put this? If that means that the relationship that's causing us stress the most in our lives, having fun with that person, great. If it means not having fun with that person or having fun with somebody else, great. But by the way, I'm not using having fun as a euphemism for sex. I mean having fun as in like genuinely just having fun. I guess that could be part of it too. But this moon in Leo is, again, more of a creative energy, more of like, let's express, let's have fun. Let's do karaoke, let's go out. So yeah, I think that's the major focus for the next couple of days, as long as we just keep that in mind. Oh, one last thing. With Mercury being retrograde, with these energies, just think before you speak. It's always important to do that, but especially with this kind of deadlock between Venus and the moon, there can be a lot of pressure, and we just want to make sure that what we're communicating is necessary, it's helpful, it's positive, and that we're able to listen as well as speak. And if we find that we're not in that frame of mind, then we need to take time to go more inwards and reflect, meditate, etc. And then we'll be able to communicate in a way that ultimately is helping everybody, instead of just throwing emotions out there and not really like half thought out thoughts or arguments or whatever. I want to make sure that we're very clear-minded this time, and it's essential for us to go inwards in order to be clear-minded, especially during this time. Infinite love to you, my friends. As always, I'm doing readings. Feel free to get in contact with me in the About section. I still have some openings for for later next week. So, yeah. Namaste. Peace.